talk to you briefly about what I'm doing out here today. It's kind of a windy, breezy day. It's probably in the mid-50s and everything. We've had a lot of wind for the past few weeks and everything, and I just came out here because I'm trying to get myself ready for the garden season and everything. I've already planted my early season crops, which is the cool weather plants. I actually lost them a couple weeks ago because I didn't prepare myself for what was at hand. And that being said, is that cool weather plants can tolerate what we consider a hard freeze. A hard freeze would be listed between 26 to 28 degrees. It actually got down to 18 degrees, so my plants weren't able to tolerate it, and unfortunately I lost them. So I had to come back and replant. Now, could I have saved my plants? Yes, probably, if I had been prepared. And I wasn't prepared because either being lazy and not taking the time to look up the weather and everything, or else I just didn't get around to it. And that being said, it was my fault, and I ended up losing those plants, so I had to replant them. Now, there's two different types of methods that you can use. They're both of them the same. One of them is more of a permanent that stays on the bed. The other one is a portable, and they are hoop houses. Hoop houses are very good for covering. You can put the more permanent, the one that I'm talking about, is that you can put the 6-ply plastic on it, and then what you can do is you can protect your plants. Actually, it'll help you extend your season through the fall and even into the winter, and get you started earlier the next season, that you can put seedlings in there. The other one is more of a portable. It's interchangeable, it moves, and it's something that I really like. And the coverings that I've been able to put on it, like last year, is I actually put a cover to cover from the protect it from the pests, and then also I used it to protect it from the sun rays and everything when it got really hot last year. But I'm going to show you these two types of methods and the two systems that I'm going to be using. And then what I'll be doing is I'll do another video later on to actually show what it looks like when the coverings are on them, to kind of give you an idea based on what I'm trying to do and what's best for me in my garden. And I just wanted to show you these, and so let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you the types of hoop houses that I'm describing. This bed is the more that what this hoop is, the one that I purchased off of Amazon. This little hoop house is one of the ones that I really like the most. There's a lot of things that I can do with it. It's one thing that I like is that it's interchangeable, meaning that I can continue with other ones if the bed's big enough and everything. I can add to it and continue doing what I need to do. Now, you'll notice in here I've got broccoli planted. Now, last year what I was able to do is I actually made it higher, and it actually worked better for me, what I was doing. And so with these, I can actually add to that. Now, how it comes in the kit is that it comes in a box of 24. That's these 24 of these dowels, and they're a little bit over 16 inches long. And so right now, as you see, I've actually got 4 connected to this. It gives a little bit of height. As my broccoli grows and everything, I can add to it, and I can make it up higher. The neat thing about this is that I can put the netting, which I will be showing you how to put the netting over top of it and everything. These little portable kits, it was $14.95 a kit, which I bought 3 of them. I'm actually going to buy several more this year so I can interchange and do what I need to do with my beds. Now, this, because of the broccoli and with the aphids and the different bugs and everything, and then those little white butterflies that lay the larvae, I'm actually going to be adding to these. I want to make sure that I have netting over top of it. I will be showing you that in my next video. What I'll be doing is that then also I can put the shade cloth and so forth, even the plastic over top of it. I actually purchased some little clips that I'm very interested in. I'm excited to try very soon, and I will be doing that. What I did last year is I actually put I put some little elastic to it, and then I put little finishing nails in there and held it down to that. But this year I'm actually going to be using these clips, and that's what I'm excited about, to see what it's going to do. So this is more of a portable one. You get it off of Amazon, and like I said, it's $14.95. The other one with the hoop house is that I went to Lowe's. They're 1/2 inch PVC, and then the caps and everything, and I had to measure the bed based on what I was looking at to give me what I need to make the hoop house. So there's different methods that you can do. The other method, and I'll just go ahead and flip the camera around, and we're talking about a greenhouse. Now, these are these cattle panels. This is an idea. If you're looking at it, you can actually go on YouTube and get the idea. It's the same method as what I've used, but based on it is what these are. These come in lengths of, they are 16 feet long and they're 5 foot wide. Now you notice that I've got them over. Now these are a 4x8 bed that I have in here, and so I've had to overlap, and it gives me the length that I need and everything. But as I'm walking underneath there, I've got a lot of space. This would be in the same effect if you notice how I have it in the ground and I have it to the T-post. What I would do as a greenhouse is that I could get like, let's say 16 foot by 8 foot or even 12 foot wide 2x4s. And what I can do, or it's a 2x12, excuse me, is that then I can make a frame, and then I would attach this to give me my height, to give me more height that I would have overhead. Even with this one, I can touch it, you know, and I'm flat-footed, but it gives me a lot of height. And what it does is it gives me an area. So you have to use your imagination is that there's 4 panels that are in both of these beds total. If I put those together, of course, you know, when I add it, it's going to be 20 feet long. And so that's enough, more than enough, than what I would need as far as a greenhouse. You would do the same thing. You would cover the plastic over top of it. The difference would be is that the T-posts, I wouldn't have to, they would be on the inside. They would not be on the outside. And that would give it so I can cover it with the plastic. So this is another idea that you can use for a greenhouse, or even, you know, there's a lot of different things that you can do with it. And that's what I like about it. I will be adding some more to my beds and everything, because I want to give the most that I can for my garden this year. And even as I did last year, the season I had is what I was able to do. So these are kind of ideas that you can look at, and I challenge you, if you're really interested in things like this, and even the little hoop house, and I'll turn it around like this one that you can go on YouTube, and then also with the hoop house that I have over here, go on YouTube and check it out and just see what you can do. Now I've shown you a couple little things that I've been doing out here with the hoop house, and then also the portable, I call it the hoop house, and everything that I've been able to show you. I hope this is something that maybe you can use. Maybe it's something you're looking at, and as we go. But what I want to do this year is that as we're starting up and the warm weather's coming in, I want to be able to provide you with information, whether the video is a 5-minute or a 10-minute video. And I know that my videos have been lengthy at times, and to be able to give you something, the resources and the things that I'm learning, and as I go, to be able to help you to make you a better gardener. If raised bed gardening is one way that you want to do it, another thing that I want to do this year is that I want to actually share basic container gardening, like using a regular flower pot or using a smaller container, to be able to help you to be able to allow you to see things that I know there's people that don't have the property like I have to be able to set a garden, a raised bed garden down. You don't need a lot of space to do a raised bed garden. You can just do container, whether it's a pot, whether it's a wood container, or any type of container. Basically, they have these bags, these grow bags that you can plant in, like potatoes and so forth. There's all different types and methods that you can use, and it doesn't take a lot. So you can grow some of your favorite vegetables, like a potato plant, or even a broccoli and peppers and so forth. So there's all different types that you can do. It's just based on the avenue of what you choose to do. Of course, if you buy those containers and everything, those raised bed, the kits and everything already made, they're going to cost a little bit more money. But at the same time, if you can take a flower pot, a regular good sized flower pot, be able to put a tomato plant or a pepper plant or even broccoli and so forth, and allow that for you to be able to grow something, that's going to benefit you. The nice thing about containers is that if it gets too cold, you can pull it inside. It's easier to cover. So there's a lot of benefits to doing that. It's just, especially if you don't have the space nor the time to go out and do it. And once you start doing it and you start learning how to do it, it doesn't take a lot of time. It's just based on the resources and the things that you're trying to do. But I want to take this moment just to thank you for being a part of Dave's Raised Bed Garden, and being a part of what I'm trying to do in the journey that I've been on, and everything that what I've really tried to put out there to you as my friends and my family and everything. And I hope the ideas and the things that I'm giving you is something that maybe you can use. And from me at Dave's Raised Bed Garden, I just want to thank you. And until next time, take care.